Hello, welcome to Achieve with me, Melissa. I wanted to give a warm welcome to my new followers. Thank you for joining me on that Pilates journey. Pilates is great. I'm not going to say the contrary. You will see if you stick with the discipline how aware and how controlled you're going to be with your body. It's a fantastic journey that I started 10 years ago and that I will never regret. Now, today I have a special class for you beginners, but not only. So if you are at an intermediate level or advanced level, you might want to review your basics. So please feel free to join and to do the class. Now, as a quick disclaimer, if you are dealing with any sort of injury or any pain, please take care of yourself or just ask your medical practitioner if you are okay to do any sort of movement. The class is basic. I don't think that you will have any issue, but we never know. Take care of yourself. Okay, now without any delay, we are going to start lying down on our back with the feet hip width apart. So, hip width apart doesn't mean the outside of the hip, but it means where your thigh bones get inside your hip joints. Thigh bones going inside the hip joints. So if you are lying down or if you are standing, you want to have your feet together for a start. Open the toes out, keep the heels together, and bring the heels in line with the toes, and we have the feet hip width apart. Right, let's start lying on our back for our pelvic curl. We're going to do that pelvic curl in two parts, small and large. Okay, so as we lie down on our back, we want to have the feet not too far, not too close to the pelvis. Okay, so here we're going to lift the pelvis at some point, and you don't want to slide away from your feet. So here I will ask you to press your feet down to the ground and to create a connection between your heels and your sit bones. So the sit bones are those little bones that are right under your butt. When you are sitting down, you can feel them, and sometimes it can be painful. So you want to create a connection between your heels and those sit bones. Now going up to the pelvis is in a neutral position. You don't want your lower back to just drop down. You want the pelvis to be in a neutral position, meaning that if you lift your head, you want to see a straight line. You don't want to see your pubic bone going up to the ceiling. So you want the pubic bone to be just straight. You want to have a little space under your lower back. The rib cage is flat on the ground. The shoulder blades are flat on the ground. The front of the shoulders are wide open, soft and relaxed. Your neck and your head are in line with your spine. This is our starting position. Good. Okay, from there we're going to press the arms down. Take a deep breath in. So we want to breathe with the tummy. We want that rib cage to open out. And as we exhale, we pull the belly button in, close the rib cage to the midline, then bring the hip bones. The hip bones are those two little bones here that are at the front of your hips. We want to bring those hip bones to the belly button. Right, so as you do that movement, so it's a rocking movement where the tailbone is going to lift off the floor. Your lower back is going to go down to the ground. It's going to drop down, but in a controlled drop down. So it's not just going to flop down like this. Okay, so it's going to be, the lower back is going to go down to the ground by pulling your belly button in. Good. Let's do that again. We're going to start the exercise now. So we press the arms down. Feet and knees are hip width apart. As you exhale, pull your belly button in, lower back going down to the, I'm lifting my arms so that you can see what I am doing. Lower back going down to the floor. You hold and you release as you inhale. I'm going to keep my arms up just for the second one. So exhale, belly button going in, hip bones coming to the belly button, lower back dropping down, tailbone lifting off the floor, hold, and inhale to release, the pelvis comes back to a neutral position. And again, exhale, belly button in, hip bones to the belly button, lower back going down to the ground. You should feel your abdominals working, the quads lengthening, the feet are pressing down, and inhale to release. Allez, one more time. Exhale, belly button in, hip bones to the belly button, lower back going down, and release. Now we're going to keep that exact same movement but lift the pelvis off the ground. Here the arms are going to be of great support to lifting your pelvis up and not going away from your feet. You want to feel that you are moving inside a box, and that box doesn't allow you to get out of it, right? Good. Press your arms down. The feet are connected to the ground. The lower back is in a neutral position and the shoulders are away from your ears. Good. Exhale, belly button in, hip bones rolling to the belly button. We start to lift the tailbone, we start to lift the pelvis, and we articulate the rest of the spine all the way up. Once you are up, you don't want to have your rib cage flaring up like so and the arms floating like that. The arms are pressed down and the rib cage stays soft. The pelvis goes up. The knees are not opening out. The big toes are pushing into the ground, and you want to keep your knees hip width apart. Keep pressing your arms down and inhale. Roll the spine down gradually up to the tailbone and release everything. Good, let's do that again. Exhale, belly button in, hip bones to the belly button and articulate that spine. Up, 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 up. Watch the rib cage, keep pressing those arms down. And inhale, we start from the breastbone. The pelvis stays up as long as it can. And gradually bring those vertebrae down, down, down until you have your tailbone down on the ground. Let's do that one more time. And again, exhale, hip bones to the belly button, pulling that belly button in. It's like your belly button wants to go down to your spine, and gradually lift that pelvis up, up, up. Good, and stay, inhale, rolling the breastbone down and the rest of the spine. Good, and the tailbone down. Perfect. Right, from here we're going to lengthen those arms, bring the arms up to the ceiling and overhead. And exhale, bring the arms back down to your side and to the floor. Those shoulders, you don't want them to lift up. You want them to stay away from your ears as you are moving your arms up or back down. And again, inhale, bring those arms up, up, up. The rest of the body stays stable. You don't want your pelvis, your lower back to drop down to the ground. And exhale, bring your arms back down to the floor and to your hips. One more time. Inhale, bring those arms overhead. Long arms, reaching away from you. And exhale and bring your arms back down to your side. Good, we're going to get into our single knee lift. So we're going to move the feet slightly away from the pelvis. And from there, keeping that pelvis in a neutral position and the rest of the body into a neutral position, we're going to lift that knee up. So as I lift my knee up, I don't want to have any movement in my knee. I want my leg to stay in that L shape that it was when my foot was on the ground. Now we're going to lift the other leg. Inhale, lift, and exhale, bring the leg back down. Good, so as I am moving my leg up, I am not having a floppy knee. That leg stays exactly in the same shape. So inhale, bring that leg up. And exhale, bring that leg back down. Inhale, lift the left leg up. And exhale, bring the leg back. And again, let's carry on. We have a few more to do on each side. And come back. Watch the pelvis. You don't want to roll on one side of your pelvis. You want to keep both butt cheeks equally heavy on the floor. Left leg. And lift and bring it back down. Lift the right leg again. And exhale, come back. Inhale, lift the left. And exhale to come back. It's not because we are moving the legs that the arms have to rest. The arms are actively pressed into the ground. Let's do one more on each side. Right leg up and come back. And left leg up and come back. And now we're going to get into our 100, which is a basic of the Pilates repertoire, but we are not going to do the classical version today. We're just going to do a modified version, which is also going to be slightly challenging. All right, so keeping your arms pressed down, we're going to lift the chest up to the lower shoulder blade. So that little tip you have right at the end of your shoulder blade, this is where you want to lift your chest up to. The arms are floating, the feet are still pressed into the ground, and we are going to pump the arms. So one inhale, 5 arm pumps, one exhale, 5 arm pumps. Another set. And inhale, 5 arm pumps. And exhale, 5 arm pumps. For the next cycle, we're going to bring the right leg up. One inhale, 5 arm pumps. One exhale, 5 arm pumps. We bring the leg down, we keep pumping the arms. Left leg going up. One inhale, 5 arm pumps. One exhale, 5 arm pumps. We bring both legs up. Now, if having both legs up is too difficult for you, just keep one leg up at a time, because we're going to do 2 cycles here. So you keep one leg up, you keep pumping, you bring the other one, you keep the other one, you bring the other one down, and you repeat. So those who are staying with me, let's pump. One inhale, 5 arm pumps. One exhale, 5 arm pumps. Now right leg down, left leg down, and we repeat 2 cycles. One inhale, 5 arm pumps. One exhale, 5 arm pumps. Don't lose the lift in the chest. Keep lifting that chest up and keep pumping. Another cycle. One inhale, 5 arm pumps. One exhale, 5 arm pumps. Lift the right leg up. One cycle. One inhale, 5 arm pumps. One exhale, 5 arm pumps. Right leg down, left leg up. One inhale, 5 arm pumps. One exhale, 5 arm pumps. Both legs up, and again, one inhale, 5 arm pumps. One exhale, 5 arm pumps. Great. Bring your knees to your chest and relax your chest down. Good. From here, we're going to get into our chest curls. So feet are still hip width apart. You are still creating that connection between your heels and your sit bones. Both, you're going to interlace your fingers, place your hands under your head, long neck, elbows in your peripheral vision. So you don't want your elbows to drop down on the floor. You want to look straight ahead and be able to see your elbows on the sides without having to turn your eyes side to side to see your elbows. They should be just visible as you look straight in front of you. Keep the pelvis neutral, and as you exhale, curl the chest up. As you curl your chest up, you don't want your pubic bone to go up to the ceiling. You want the pelvis to stay neutral. You don't want the pelvis to rock up and down as you are moving. The pelvis stays still. Inhale down and exhale. Curl the chest up, look right above your knees, and inhale down, and exhale. Inhale down. We don't want to pull on that neck. We want the head to rest into the head, into the hands, and we want to keep those shoulders away from the ears, and come back down and give me 2 more, and exhale, curl up, and inhale, come back down, and 1 more time, exhale, curl up, and inhale, come back down. And now we're going to get into our obliques. So from where you are, just look in the direction of the outside of your right knee. You don't have to make a big effort. From where you are, you can see the outside of your right knee. Good, and from here we're going to lift straight in the direction of that right knee. Shoulders are away from your ears. There's no excessive pull on the neck and the shoulders. It's just a straight lift in the diagonal towards your right knee. And come back down. And to the left, look in the direction of your left knee and lift. The pelvis is staying still, your lower back is not dropping down, and we're not rocking up and down as I said at the beginning. Good, and we come back down. And to the right. And inhale to come back. And exhale to the left, and inhale down, and again to the right, and come back, and to the left, and come back, and 2 more on each side, to the right, and come back, and to the left, and come back, and once more on each side, to the right, and we come back, and to the left, and we come back. Lovely. I hope you enjoyed that. My abdominals are quite warm now. I am loving this. Okay, so before we get into our modified leg circles, we're going to stretch the hamstrings first. So you're going to bring your right knee to your chest, grab the back of your right knee, keep the shoulders soft and relaxed, open the elbows wide. Now, as you pull that right knee to you, you're going to flex your right foot. So the sole of your right foot is parallel to the ceiling. Keep that knee bent as you lengthen and push your heel up to the ceiling, and let's hold for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Keep the shoulders soft. 7, 8, 9, and 10. From here, we're going to press the arms down, point the toes, and keep the legs straight. If you want to have your leg bent slightly, because you can't have your legs straight, just do that. Keep the foot soft. I am going to keep my legs straight and my toes pointed. So from there, we're going to circle the leg to the left and out. Just draw little circles up to the ceiling. Keep the pelvis neutral. Good. 4, 5, and 6. Let's reverse. We go out to the right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. We bend that right leg. We bring the right leg back, and we're going to do the left side. So you bring your left knee to your chest, grab the back of your left knee, pull that left knee to you. Try to keep that space under your lower back. You don't want to lift your pelvis up. You want to keep that gap under the lower back. Shoulders are soft and relaxed. The elbows are out wide. Pull the knee to your chest. Flex your left ankle. The sole of your left foot is parallel to the ceiling or to the sky if you are in a garden. Pull the knee to you and extend the leg. Now remember that you can keep your leg bent if that's enough for you. And if you can extend the leg, just extend the leg. Good, so the heel wants to go up to the ceiling as you are pulling your leg to you, and you should feel a nice stretch at the back of your leg. Let's hold that for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Let's keep that leg up and straight. Press your arms down. If you want to have a bend in your knee here, do that. And if you can straighten your leg fully, point your toes and let's circle to the left. So as we circle, the opposite hip, the one that is not working, stays very still. Okay, so it's not shaking side to side like so. Okay, so we want that pelvis to stay very still. Allez, let's do 4 more circles. 3 and 1 more time. Good, and let's switch the direction to the left. And 1, 2, 3. So we're drawing beautiful circles up to the ceiling. 5 and 6. Good. We bring that leg and we bring the leg down. I hope you enjoyed that. And now we're going to get into our bridges. So the bridge looks like our first exercise, the pelvic curl, but it's not really taught the same way. So the feet and knees are staying hip width apart. You want your feet to be a little closer to your pelvis this time. Right, so we want to have the arms strongly pressed to the ground. We are going to bring those hip bones to the belly button just a little bit to activate the glutes, because that's where we want the exercise to come from. We want to get the lift from the glutes. Make sure that your feet are pressed down into the ground, and from there just lift your pelvis straight up to the ceiling without articulating your spine. And we're going to hold that for 1, 2. Here as well, we don't want to have the rib cage up to the ceiling. We want to have a soft rib cage and the shoulders away from your ears. We are still in that imaginary box and we are not allowed to go anywhere outside that box. The box is very tight and is holding us together. Good, so I've lost my count. So let's say 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Keeping the same form, we're going to bring the sit bones down to the floor. We're not articulating the spine here. We don't want to feel any compression in the lower back. So the glutes, the bum, comes quite close to the ground, but is not fully touching the ground. Keep your arms pressed down and let's lift. As you lift your pelvis up, watch the rib cage, squeeze your butt cheeks together and bring the pelvis down again. 2 and down, 3 and down, 4 and down, 5 down, 6 down. We're going to 10, 7 down, 8 down, 9 down, 10, and here we are going to articulate the spine down. Beautiful. Glute stretch. So lift your knees to your chest, bring your right ankle to your left knee. So you don't want to be on the ankle joint, you want to be right above the ankle joint. Grab the back of your left knee, keep the shoulders soft and relaxed, the upper body stays on the ground. You don't want to be lifting up like so. If this happens, just grab a towel, place it around your knee and pull it to you, pull the knee to you, right? Now, exhale, pull the left knee to you and just feel that nice stretch in your right glutes. And we're going to hold for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And let's switch side. Good, and let's pull that right knee to the chest for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Lovely. Let's turn to our side for our climb. So for the climb, you want to have your knees bent, the feet, the pelvis, the shoulders, and the head are in one straight line. So The right arm, I am on my right side, the right arm is going to be straight under my head. And as I lie down, I want to have a little gap under my waist. So I don't want my waist to drop down. This is not a good alignment and it's not going to be effective for the exercise. So we want to have the hips to be stacked on top of each other. So remember, feet, pelvis, shoulders and head in one straight line. We keep that little gap under the right waist as we are moving. The left fingers, spider fingers in front of your chest. The shoulders are away from your ears. Squeeze the heels together and open the left knee up. As you open your left knee up, you don't want your pelvis to go to the back. You want the pelvis to stay very still. It's only that left leg that is opening up and coming back. Good, close and inhale and exhale to close. Inhale to open, abdominals are in and close. And again, open and close. Two more and close. And once more and close. Keeping the knees together and keeping the same form. Now we lift that left foot up. As you lift your left foot up, you don't want to rotate your pelvis forward. You want the pelvis to stay very still and that little gap under your right waist staying the same. And down, inhale up, and exhale down, and inhale up, and exhale down, and again up, and down, and up, and down. Let's do one more, up, and down. Great. Now from here we're going to push the upper body and come to our forearm. So here we keep the same alignment. The right elbow is going to be right under your right shoulder. The spine is long and tall. The hips are still on top of each other. The heels are still squeezing each other. Now here you have the choice of either keeping your left fingers down or, like me, bring your left hand behind your head. Shoulders, so you're not hanging in your shoulders. You want to push that shoulder away and keep a great alignment in your upper body. That forearm is pushed down and you shouldn't be feeling any pressure or tension in your right shoulder or right elbow. Right, if you are with me, let's do that together. Good, so as you inhale, lift your pelvis off the floor and exhale down. And inhale up and exhale back. That right shoulder stays the same. We're not playing with the shoulder. That shoulder stays down and away from your ear. And 3, and we come back. And 4, and we come back. And 5, come back. And 6, and we come back, and we're going to switch to the other side for the climb, for the inward climb, and for the half side bend. Okay, so as we lie on our left, feet, pelvis, shoulders, head, in line, on the same line, I mean, yes, in line. Good, so the shoulders are away from the ears. We don't want them to be up. Otherwise, it's creating unnecessary tension in the shoulders. Now we want a nice little gap under the left waist. Good, the heels are squeezed together and the knees are together. So we don't want the knees to be away from each other. We want the knees to be together. The hips are stacked on top of each other. Right fingers are down on the ground. They are not pressing into the ground. They are lightly staying on the ground. Good. So as we inhale, we open that right knee up to the ceiling. Remember that you want to keep your pelvis still. Don't open your pelvis to the back. We keep the pelvis very still. Only that right leg is moving up and exhaling down. And again, up and down. Let's do 3 more. 4 and down. 5 and down, and 6 and down. We keep those knees together. And now we lift the right foot. Remember that here you don't want your right hip to roll forward. We want the hips to stay together and on top of each other. And exhale down. And again. Inhale. And exhale down. And 3. And down. And 4. And down. And 5. And down. And 6 and down. Lovely. Let's get on our elbow. The elbow is right under the left shoulder. That right shoulder is not up to your ear, but it's helping you to stay away from the ground. The feet, the pelvis, the shoulders and the head are staying in one straight line. And from here you can either keep your right fingers on the ground or place your right hand behind your head. Right, abdominals are in, guys. Squeeze those legs together and let's lift that pelvis up for 1 and down. Inhale up and exhale down and up and down and 3 and down and 4 and down and 5 down and 6 and down. Beautiful. Let's roll on our front with the hands on top of each other. So what I mean is one hand like this and the other one on top of the other, right? Good. So the legs are going to be hip width apart. The hands are going to be on top of each other. Good. And the forehead on the hands. The shoulders are away from your ears. They are going to stay there. They are not allowed to go up to your ears. The belly button is off the floor. So as you lift, you suck your belly button in, the tailbone lengthens towards your heels. At all time, you want to keep that belly button in and you want to keep that tailbone going to your heels. You don't want, we're going to do some back extension here. The more your abdominals drop down on the ground, the more you're going to feel compression in your lower back, which is not the point. We are trying to strengthen your back muscles here and you want those back muscles to work. So the more you pull your belly button in, the more you protect your back, the more you protect your lower back, and the less you're going to feel compression or tension in your lower back, meaning no pain, right? Let's do it. Hands under the forehead, wide elbows, shoulders are away from your ears, the legs are pressed down, belly button is off the floor. Good. From here, as you inhale, you brush your nose over your hands, you start to lift your head, your neck and your upper body. So in this position we want to have the lower ribs pushing into the ground and the breastbone going forward. The shoulders are away from your ears. You should feel a nice long stretch in between your shoulder blades, and we exhale and we come back down, and we're going to do that 5 more times. Inhale, brush that nose over the hands. Start to lift your head, your neck, your shoulders off the floor. Lower ribs are pushing into the ground. Legs are lengthening away. That belly button is off the floor. And exhale, come back down. Very good. And again, inhale, lift the head, the neck, the shoulders, and the chest. The elbows are supporting the lift of the chest. They are staying down. They are pushing into the ground to allow length to happen in that upper body. Good, and we come back. Let's do 3 more. And inhale, lengthen and lift. Good. And exhale to come back 2 more times. And inhale, lengthen and lift. Good, and exhale to come back, and let's do 1 more. And inhale, lengthen and lift. Good. And let's bring everything down. Right. We're going to keep the legs as they are, and we're going to extend the arms forward. So the arms are slightly wider than the shoulders. They are reaching away. Good. So we keep the same form here. The belly button is sucked in. The tailbone is going towards your heels. The shoulders are staying away from your ears, even though you are lengthening your arms away from you. So it's like your feet and your fingers are going away from each other. Good. Now from here we're going to do a half swim position. So very different from the classical version of it. Right, so from here we're going to lift the chest up, keep that chest away from the ground, lengthen and lift the right arm and the left leg. The hips are staying equally heavy on the ground, and we bring everything back down, including the chest. Other side, left arm, right leg. We lift the chest up. We look right above the mat. The arms are, the left arm is reaching away from the head, and the right toes are reaching away from your pelvis, and we come back down. And let's carry on. Inhale and lift, right arm, left leg. Use your left arm and your right leg to anchor your body to the ground. It's going to support the lift so that you can get more length and more lift. And exhale to come back down, left arm, right leg, lengthen and lift. And come back. You shouldn't feel any compression in your lower back here. If you feel your lower back without the compression, it means that your back muscles are working as well. Not everything is compression, but you don't want to feel those lower spine bones getting to each other. Okay, good. I forgot where I was. So right arm, left leg, and come back. Left arm, right leg, and come back. Right arm, left leg, we lengthen and lift, and we come back. Left arm, right leg, and come back. Let's do 2 more on each side. Right arm, left leg, and come back. Left arm, right leg, and come back. And the last one, please. Right arm, left leg, and we come back, and left arm, right leg, and we come back. Hands under the shoulders, press your forearms down, lift your chest off the floor, and let's get into our backrest position or child's pose for those who are used to yoga. Good, so from here we want to push the floor away. The belly button is off. The thighs, we don't want to just drop like so. We want to feel a nice stretch from the neck to the tailbone. So the rib cage and the belly button are lifting away from the thighs. Shoulders are away from your ears, and push that floor away. And let's hold that for a few moments. Good. And this is the end of our beginner session today. I hope that some of the principles were clear. If they were not, please drop me a line. You have my email down and you have the comments as well. So please don't hesitate to ask any question if something is not clear or you found something difficult to understand. I am very happy to assist you in any queries you may have. Great, so thank you for joining me today. It was great to have you, and until next time, bye-bye.